the devil have experienced what the appointed Son of God has proclaimed this year for the world of darkness. As the Son has said, this year is the beginning of sorrow for all the wicked. But the sons and daughters of the Almighty Father, led by Commander-in-Chief, no other than our beloved Pastor Apollo C. Quibloy, nothing and no forces of darkness can stop the growth of the Kingdom nation in every part of the world, especially here in the eastern part of Mindanao. Come and join us as we witness the Almighty Father's abundant blessings being poured to all His sons and daughters in His Kingdom nation. Let's watch this.
We thank the Almighty Father through His appointed Son for recently on May 24, 2021, the Agusan del Sur region in eastern Mindanao were the first to conduct their baptismal rites for this year, and it was then followed by a series of baptism conducted by the different Kelcies and regions in Caraga, which are the Surigao del Sur, Surigao del Norte, Dinagat, Mangagoy, Cabadbaran, and Butuan City. It was indeed a great miracle that calls for a great celebration, for in the midst of all restrictions and circumstances, the sons and daughters of the Almighty Father have risen above all the odds and delivered the fruits that the Father through the Son has mandated. Heaven and earth witness the death and burial of the old lives, and the resurrection of souls will now live in the Father's perfect will. Millions of angels are rejoicing as the Father's people seal their decision to follow the footsteps of the Son through their first act of faith, which is the water baptism.
Praise the Father through the appointed Son, Pastor Apollo Quibloy. I was so blessed na i-baptized ako into this kingdom. I-feel ko inside my heart na hindi nagazud ang kamatuoran. Hopefully, hindi na ako maghintay. Hopefully, maka-overcome ako sa baptism of fire. Hopefully, mag-gather ko ang ako family to this kingdom. And I pray na damo pa sa ban ma-invite na nini na pagtuo para sa ilan sa kaugalingon spiritual sa ilan sa kaugalingon na maluwas sila makakapot nila ang kamatuoran. Salamat Pastor, salamat sa mga tao na guide sa ako dinhi. Malipayon ako na ani ako din kuman na-baptized. Salamat sa Amahan, labi na sa imo Pastor.
The youth activities, music lessons, and the constant preachings and fellowships of the appointed Son of God in the midst of lockdowns, the curse for this world has turned into a blessing as hundreds and thousands of souls begin to listen and follow to that lone voice crying in the wilderness of religious deception and internet addiction. The Son's message of repentance and obedience to the Father's will is now reverberating all over the world and all over eastern Mindanao. And this series of water baptism is a proof of the Father through the Son's love and mercy. For despite of the wickedness of this world, the modern Noah is still entirely preaching the words of the Almighty Father without fear or favor. As it is written, The sheep know the Father's voice, and these sheep have now heard and followed the voice of the Father through the Son in the midst of this pandemic. This is just the beginning of the long and arduous spiritual journey of the sons and daughters of the Almighty Father. This may be tough, but with appointed Son's guidance, and for all those genuine and true, there is nothing to worry, for the Father will give strength to His sons and daughters.
In the eyes of the world, this is just merely a ritual. But in the spiritual realm, this baptism means everything. For as one man who repents, millions of angels rejoice. And today, the whole heaven is indeed celebrating for the hundreds of souls who have entered into the new covenant. Still the first for this year, and surely there will be more and more victories and blessings in store for all sons and daughters of the Almighty Father. Thank you for watching, and may the Almighty Father's blessings be upon us all. Praise the Father.